In this moment, you find yourself completely surrounded by people, and you still feel completely alone. Not because nobody is there, but because something inside you keeps saying, and you tell yourself, I don't belong here. And that feeling is one of the most quietly painful things a person can carry. If you know this feeling, this video is going to explain exactly what is happening inside you, where it comes from, why it follows you, and what you can actually do about it. Psychologists call this feeling a sense of social exclusion, but that term doesn't really do it justice. Because this isn't about being left out of one party. This is a persistent, bone-deep sense that you are somehow different. That no matter where you go, work, family gatherings, friendships, relationships, there is always a glass wall between you and everyone else. And the exhausting part, nobody else seems to see it. Today we are going to talk about where that wall comes from, and more importantly, whether it can come down. For many people, the feeling of not belonging didn't start in adulthood, it started in childhood. Maybe you were the kid who felt different from your family, too sensitive, too quiet, too much, or not enough. Maybe you moved a lot as a child and never got to grow roots. Maybe your home didn't feel safe, so you learned to be a stranger even at home. And it's not just home. We live in a world that values fitting in over belonging. Society gives us checklists for success, for beauty, for worthiness. And when you don't check every box, the world can feel like a room you weren't invited to. Psychologists call this an insecure attachment pattern, when the earliest relationships in your life felt unpredictable or unsafe. Your brain learned not to fully trust connection. It learned belonging is fragile, so don't get too comfortable. And that belief traveled with you into every room you ever walked into. Here is what makes this feeling so persistent. People who feel like they don't belong often do things that accidentally confirm that belief. Pattern 1. They withdraw before they can be rejected. Rather than risk being pushed away, they pull away first. They leave conversations early. They don't respond to invitations. They convince themselves they wouldn't have fit in anyway. Pattern 2. They mask who they really are. Around others, they perform. They say what people want to hear. They mirror the group. They are chameleons, brilliant at fitting in on the surface, but exhausted because nobody is actually seeing the real them. Pattern 3. They dismiss genuine connection. When someone actually does reach out, when warmth is offered, something inside them says, they don't really know me. If they did, they wouldn't. Pattern 4. Hypervigilance. You become a detective of rejection. You scan every facial expression, every silence, every text message for proof that you don't belong. You find it because you are looking for it, even when it's not really there. The science here is hard to ignore. Research from the University of Chicago found that chronic loneliness, the deep kind, the kind that persists even in a crowd, activates the same regions of the brain as physical pain. Not fitting in doesn't just hurt emotionally, it hurts physically, in your body. The pain creates a cycle. You feel hurt, so you withdraw. You withdraw so you feel more alone. You feel more alone, so the belief that you don't belong grows stronger. It is a feedback loop that feels impossible to break. And over time, chronic not belonging affects mental health in serious ways. Higher rates of depression, anxiety, loss of purpose. But here is what I need you to hear. This is not your destiny. Just sit with that for a second. The weight you've been carrying, it doesn't have to be yours forever. You are allowed to set it down. So, what do you actually do if this is you? Step 1. Stop looking for the perfect place to belong. Belonging isn't a place you find. It's a feeling you learn to build. The people who feel most at home in the world aren't the ones who found the perfect group. They're the ones who stopped waiting for permission to belong. Step 2. Choose depth over width. You don't need 100 connections. You need 1 or 2 people who actually see you. Research consistently shows that the quality of connection matters far more than the quantity. One real conversation with one real person rewires more than 100 surface interactions. One real conversation with one real person rewires more than 100 surface interactions. Step 3. Let people see the real version. This is the hardest one. Because if you've spent years hiding who you really are to survive, the idea of being truly seen feels terrifying. But masking is why you feel like you don't belong, because people are connecting with your performance, not with you. Step 4. Radical self-compassion. Stop punishing yourself for feeling this way. That little voice that says, something is wrong with me, is just a part of you trying to protect you from being hurt again. Thank it for trying to keep you safe. Then tell it that it's okay to let go. Vulnerability is not weakness. It is the only bridge that actually reaches another person. This won't happen overnight. Building belonging is a practice. It's choosing to stay in the room for 5 minutes longer. It's sending the text you're afraid to send. It's letting one person see one small, unpolished piece of who you are. If you've spent your whole life feeling like you don't belong, I want you to consider something. You don't need to belong everywhere. You just need to find or build the one place where being yourself is enough. Maybe the problem was never that you didn't fit in. Maybe the spaces you were given were just too small for who you are. And finally, know this. The very thing that makes you feel like you don't fit in, your sensitivity, your depth, your unique way of seeing the world, is exactly what someone else is desperately looking for. You aren't a puzzle piece that lost its place. You are the whole picture. If this video made you feel a little less alone today, share it with someone who might need it too. And if you want to keep exploring the psychology of who we are and how we connect, subscribe. New video every week.